Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Talking Fantasy Baseball podcast. It is opening weekend. I am your host, Erik Henriksen, and with me once again is the Han Solo to my Chewbacca, Josh Day. Josh, how you doing?
I'm a little I that's a fun reference there.
It's
I'm doing
better than
good.
Thelma and Louise.
That's right. We're just flying through the galaxy, smuggling great advice and stories to our listeners. No, don't save that. Anyway, yeah, baseball's back, baby.
Let's go. Very, very exciting time of year. On
Yeah,
this week's show, we've got the news. You know, it was a really
news.
slow week with the exception of it's opening day.
Yeah, I
We
don't
have
know.
opening.
There was like no news, and then suddenly baseball started, and it's just like a deluge of like information and fact and like stuff that you can build conspiracy theories and hot takes off of.
This will be a hot take show. Can't wait to get to our opening day reactions as well. You teased to me before we pressed record here that you have a spicy question to ask me, and I can't wait to get to that. So that's called a tease. We'll have that for you a little bit later in the show, and then of course we'll have our final thoughts. But before we get underway, as a reminder, we have a brand new format this season, as you could just tell from the tease of what's on this week's show. It's looser, it's shorter, more conversational, bringing baseball news to you through a fantasy lens, a fantasy news magazine, as Josh likes to put it. And we have video. You'll see our beautiful made for radio faces on YouTube for every show. So check out our YouTube channel, Talking Fantasy Baseball. We release a new episode every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern, so be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. We go live on YouTube. Well, not live. I guess we air it on YouTube and audio at the exact same time. So wherever you like to digest podcasts, we are available at 12 p.m. Eastern every Saturday. Speaking of where we're available for like audio podcasts on all the major platforms: Apple Podcasts, YouTube, now with video, like I said, Spotify, Amazon Music, and Audible. And we have some new ones here, including Spreaker, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Castbox, and iHeartRadio. So please subscribe and leave us a 5-star rating, a like, a thumbs up, a kind review. It goes a long way in helping us out. And if you have a question, leave a comment on the YouTube video, and we'll be sure to answer it right here on the pod. I can promise you, if you leave said comment, we will answer it. Or
We
said
will.
question, we will.
He's not
100%.
lying.
Guaranteed, like 100%. You have no other odds in your life that is 100% other than us answering your
It's the
question.
best odds.
The best, literally the best. When we come back, we've got reading the news. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Talking Fantasy Baseball podcast. Reading the news, opening day. These last 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday, we are recording this on Friday, March 27th. All but 2 teams have played, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And big news came out middle of the afternoon yesterday as games
Oh
were getting underway. One of
no.
your investments,
Oh
Jackson Churio, out for 2 to 4 weeks with a hand injury, and apparently he's had this hairline
no.
fracture in his hand for a while.
And
What
then
do you make of this?
they decided to do an MRI, and it was like a hairline fracture, and it's just like what? Yeah, I was so excited because it was like Wednesday, it was opening night, but it's like one game, so it's like baseball's back. I just want like constant games, just like score boxes to pour over. But yeah, anyway, it was like Thursday morning. You get up like an alert, and it was like I think it was a Yahoo alert, and it was like Cheerio IL. I was like, what?
Yeah, out of nowhere.
So I don't know. I mean, it's frustrating, but that's I'm in our 10-team shallow league, so it's like it's frustrating, but it's not the end of the world. Probably in like a redraft league, it's probably a little more frustrating because you invested higher pick. I kept him. He's one of my keepers. But as we're going to get to later, there's just a lot of exciting. It's a sample of one, but there's a lot of exciting young players, fielders that you can pick up. Um, I think it's 2 to 4 weeks, so it's not like months long. I don't know. It's frustrating, but not the end of the world.
I can't understand teams when a player gets hurt, they're complaining, "Oh, I got soreness for a while." Apparently this dates back to early March, like March 4th.
Yeah, I mean that's completely baffling. Is like how this was not even on any sort of news radar. Like there was no breadcrumb of any sort of injury.
None. And the team just got an MRI. Like, why are we taking so long? Why are we bungling is the correct word, not bundling. We're not an auto insurance company. Why are we bungling?
Or packaging injuries.
Yeah, why are like Kyle Tucker the last couple seasons, now
Right,
Jackson
yeah.
Churio, it's like just get the guy checked out, please. Put him on the IL as soon as possible. Let them get better faster, especially Milwaukee, who is they're competing for a playoff spot. They have, deep playoff run aspirations for that organization. And
Yeah.
why your bright young star, you would just say, oh, now you'll be fine. No, get it checked out.
Yeah, come
Speaking of
on.
getting checked out and landing on the IL, Ryan Pepio, the day before opening day, landed on the IL with hip inflammation. I drafted Pepio in one of our leagues, same league you have Churio in. And according to the Rays, he's not supposed to be out for very long. What is hip inflammation? I've never understood that injury.
Maybe how old is Pepio? I want to say it's like middle-aged man, fetus or something.
Let's see. Ryan
No,
Pepio
he's probably
is
like what, late 20s, I guess.
he is 28.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say 28.
Ah, prime of
Coming
his
around in there.
career.
Go play the lotto today. Yeah, I don't know. We've seen like not just Pepio, but like I think Kirby Yates. Well,
Mm.
I mean lesser, but I think there's kind of like there are IL um uh, injuries that people being put on the IL over the past 24 hours, kind of like this, and it just seems like I wonder if they're just giving guys rest for like the spring.
Oh my God, they had such a
You know,
difficult spring in
well,
Florida and the nice weather. Oh my goodness.
I guess what I'm trying to say is it's like kind
Yeah.
of it's again, it's like frustrating, but you know, perhaps it's for the best, and you miss a couple starts, but it doesn't snowball into something bigger.
Yeah, I think if you have Pepio and you had an IL spot available, maybe pick up Chris Bassett.
Sure.
Don't pick up Shane Smith. He was terrible, which we'll talk about in a little bit.
I
Uh,
suppose.
Clay Holmes probably available. Noah Cameron, David Peterson, just some names out there for you. Brady Singer, Casey Mize. Look at matchups. You could just stream that spot, honestly. Like if you were depending on Ryan Pepio to be your like number 3 starter in fantasy, you're already in trouble. So hopefully he's your like number 5, 6, 7, somewhere down there. And you can just kind of maybe stream that spot based on matchups. Uh, but here's
Yeah.
some positive injury news for us. Jackson Holiday, I know you have opinions on the royal Holiday family as an overrated baseball family, but he was such a good bargain in drafts this year because he has the
Sure. Yeah.
hamate
Yeah.
injury,
Second
and he
base,
showed at second
at
base,
least in
shortstop
Young.
eligible, middle infield if you go that deep. He showed improvement last season, but Jackson Holiday was cleared for a rehab assignment. Now he missed most of spring training, so you anticipate maybe the Orioles will give him a longer rehab here. But it's got to be good news, right?
Yeah, I think it's very encouraging. I think very encouraging news of all the handmate was a popular trendy injury this spring, and I think we all kind of had rosy outcomes. Lindor, Carroll, playing on opening day, they weren't really loud with their production, but hey, at least you got something. And yeah, Holiday, sure, he'll probably be what, mid-April, will be
Yeah,
back, if not sooner.
Yeah, my guess is I'm gonna say April 15th to 20th. I'd literally hedge the middle.
I mean, not to spoil our segment too, but like, will it even matter? Like, is he going to be
Ooh.
outshined by the current rookie?
Well, that is what you call a tease. And when we come back, we'll have a bit of that tease paid off for you in opening day reactions. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Talking Fantasy Baseball podcast. It is opening day, opening weekend. I feel like opening day is not like a singular day, right? Because you had Yankees Giants Wednesday evening
Yeah,
on Netflix of all things. And they
I missed
had
that. Did
the
you see that? Did you watch that
I
broadcast?
did. I watched a little bit. They had CC Sabathia on the call, which I loved, and
Oh, nice.
they had oh my Matt Vasgersian. So it sounded like my video game was on TV. So it was a little surreal.
Were
Uh,
you like holding your controller,
I
like,
was.
hey, what's going on?
Yeah, I was, I wouldn't have struck out 4 times with Judge, I can tell you that much. Uh, so, we have our opening day reactions here. Again, it's like not one day, it's like a whole weekend. It's a celebration. It's warm out. It's nice. It's spring. Baseball is back, just like us. We are back. So, what are some things? Let's just get the conversation started here. What are some
Hey,
things
hey,
you
you brought up Judge.
Oh boy. Yeah.
So, a spicy question for you.
Oh, here it is.
So, Judge, checking score box, had a golden sombrero
Yeah.
opening night.
He's in peak postseason form.
Also, with a golden sombrero, our boy James Wood.
Mm.
Who has a better season, James Wood or Aaron Judge?
Oh, I don't. That's not that spicy. Come on, 3-time MVP Aaron Judge is gonna have a better season than James Wood.
It's I don't know. Maybe there's an injury.
Oh,
Things go south.
what do you know that I don't know, Josh? It better be Aaron
Kidding.
Judge because if it's not, the Yankees have zero championship hopes. Zero.
I
Uh,
know. I know. I'd be foolish to bet against one of maybe the greatest hitter of all time. But
oh,
I just thought it was fun. That both had a golden sombrero
yeah. I think
start
James
their
Wood steals more
seasons.
bases. Um,
Oh, maybe. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
I
don't know.
mean,
Judge did say that he saw some guys who don't normally steal a lot, and he was specifically referring to Juan Soto. So maybe Judge does win more. I don't know.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm a little concerned about James Wood, to be honest.
Yeah, I think maybe you and I should have made a little bit more of an effort to uh, rid ourselves of that investment. But
Yeah.
cause just
I
because the
I
Nationals are so bad.
I know, except for Brady House.
Speaking of Brady House, let's move on to those young guys here. What did you observe opening day when it came to the youngsters? I mean, is Chase DeLauder going to have the best season out of Aaron Judge and James Wood? What
If
happened yesterday?
if he can stay healthy, I mean, that's what I hear. It's like, well, he's gonna get injured. He's gonna get injured. But it's like, well, what if he doesn't? What if we imagine a scenario where he stays healthy? What is that gonna look like? Like in some ways, I was hearing like a lot of hype on Carson Binge,
Yeah.
the Mets.
Yep.
There's a lot of hype on him, and then I was like, oh crap, did I, because I think a couple of people, he was drafted in our leagues, and I was like Carson Binge,
Yep.
and then I was having some like buyer's remorse, but then I was reading up like he might not play against lefties, he might be sat
Mm.
on lefties, and he might not be like a big power guy. It was kind of like it seems like more of a question mark as to what he's actually going to produce. Maybe you've heard some stuff. Um, But it seems like DeLauder, the Guardians need him to play every day. Like
Yes.
they need, there's no question of playing time with him. So I'm like, yes. Like he's probably not going to steal a lot, but like if he's going to bring average and power and you know other counting stats, I'm all on board the DeLauder. I'm going to chase that train.
Nice. I see what you did
You
there.
know?
Carson Bench, though, had a combo meal, the
Yeah,
vintage
first
combo
combo
meal.
meal of the season.
Yeah, I believe Mike Trout, not to just quickly change from rookies to
Oh,
veterans, but did Mike the Fish Trout also had a combo meal. Don't count on that happening very often this season. But just some interesting things happened opening day. Kevin McGonigal, back to the rookies, went 4 for 5
yeah.
in his debut. JJ Weatherholt hit a bomb to center
Um,
field. DeLauder hit 2 home runs. The first one was a wall scraper, but still counts. Um, is this the year
I,
of the rookie?
yeah, like is like Honor Griffin who? Like seriously, I wonder if he's even gonna, I know there's enormous hype. I'm not taking that away from him, but sometimes as we see with these rookies, it's like sometimes the guys with like the most hype don't actually make the loudest noise.
Right.
In
Absolutely. I mean,
reality.
Judge is one
Like
of
look
those
at
guys, right?
yeah, look at Nick Kurtz last year. Like
Yep.
he was barely on any, you know, big list. Like he wasn't at the top of the rookie lists, and like he had a historic game.
Yeah. Historic season or partial
Yeah.
season, right? But just to give everyone first of all, I passed around the Joker meme yesterday where from the Dark Knight where Heath Ledger's the Joker and he's like, and here we go, right? So I was passing that around because the chaos that just ensues after one day,
One game.
one game.
Sample size of one.
Yeah.
I think
if
I texted, sorry to interrupt, but like
no,
I texted you
yeah.
jokingly, like one of our league mates was like, who had like, I think he had like 3 first round picks. His team went like 0 for like 50 or
Yeah.
something at the time I texted you.
Yep. Yep. He's got like Judge and Witt
Yeah,
and one other big time first round pick, Kyle Tucker. And yeah, he
goose
was like,
eggs.
oh for yeah, a lot. But that's just look, if that happens on June 15th, nobody bats an eye. But because it was March 26th and Victor Scott went 3 for 4 and stole 2 bases. Joey Weimer, who went 3 for 3 with a home run. Brandon Lau hit 2 home runs. Jake Berger went 3 for 4 with a homer and 2
Yeah,
RBIs. Sal Frelick homered for crying out loud.
right.
Going down the list here, Brady House hit a home run. Ryan
Oh, our
O'Hearn
boy,
hit a home run.
your
Uh,
boy,
who?
Al Stewart,
Oh yes, Al Stewart 3 for 4. He's the only guy to get
two
hits
doubles.
Garrett Crochet. Let's see who else. But and then Ramon Laureano homered, and on the same plane, Judge 0 for 4. Uh, Cattell Marte, I believe, was 0 for yesterday.
Yep.
Matt Olson went 3 for 4. Wyatt Langford 0 for 4. Like yes, everyone who was good
Mets
yesterday.
scored a bunch of runs, but it wasn't from like their top three, right?
No,
Like
yeah, I believe.
Bichette,
Yep,
Soto, and Lindor didn't really. I mean, I think they scored runs, but they weren't like the.
the Carson
It was
Bench
like
combo meal.
Brett Beatty by virtue of O'Neill Cruz' horrible defensive prowess.
Yeah, look, and in the same vein, like Paul Skeens is now terrible, right?
Oh yeah, awful.
And Trevor
This
Rogers is now an ace.
that's
Uh,
right.
yeah, so like, look, what you should do is read the tea leaves from yesterday and completely react to everything you saw. No, don't. I'm kidding. Please don't do that. It's one day. Who cares? But I do think you have something there with, is this the year of the rookie hitter? Right? Very well could be. Um, Anything else you saw
Yeah.
yesterday or Wednesday in the opening game? Like, is Logan Webb terrible now because he had the one bad inning?
Yeah,
Anything
I
else
mean,
you saw?
I think, well, I'll say, going back to like the Churio injury, it's like pay attention. Like if you get an early, kind of injury, Churio, I'm sure other injuries are going to crop up. Now is the time. Like, sure, it's a sample size of one, but I do think I think it's good to look at it um, as kind of an extension, a jumping off point from spring training. So if you noticed guys, hitters, pitchers, if you notice somebody popping off in spring training and here they are opening day, weekend doing something that's kind of a continuation of that trend, now is the time to jump. Like if you have a, kind of the back end of your roster, now is the good time to like invest, pick up, don't wait, invest that and see where it goes for the next couple of weeks. Because if you're early on that trend, that's to your benefit. And that's only going to help your lineup once you get your star player like Churio back, you know?
Yeah. Once Judge gets
Mm.
going, once your
It's-
investments
Once
actually
your guy,
pay
once
off.
you're, all the cylinders are pumping, so yeah, invest early, pay attention, mm, you know, so yeah, I mean, also, I think especially also with pitchers, because I think in spring training they're ramping up, and also maybe they're like working on a pitch, so they have like, stuff doesn't work, and then they have a bad outing, and you're like, oh no. But like, I think there was some concern with like Crochet in spring training. I think maybe some velocity fluctuations. But yesterday he looked fine. Like he looked not vintage, but he kind of gave us what we expected. So but then again, there was like Skeens, and it's like he was let down by his defense,
Oh, O'Neill
honestly.
Cruz, Gold Glover in center field there.
But last season he had like a sub 3 ERA. Um, with O'Neill Cruz. So
Yeah.
I just think it's unfortunate. It's gonna wreck your short week probably, but there's many more weeks.
That's another
There's
thing. I have a bone to
lot
pick.
more baseball to go.
Oh my god, so much more baseball. I have a bone to pick with Yahoo in making this first week
Oh yeah,
basically Thursday through Sunday. Why? Okay, so
I
actually
was
read why. I don't like it. It's so every team in a 12-team league can play each other twice. But you're throwing that off by having this be a short week. It's so stupid.
yeah.
Oh my god. Maybe that's why we're going to make the move next year to fan tracks.
I texted you in a panic, like, because I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this must be like a week and a, one of those long weeks. So it's like, but then I kind of I went I looked ahead, and it was like, oh no, I play someone else on Monday, and I was like, I barely have any pitchers in this one league of ours, and I was like, am I just gonna have to like stream, and just like hold my nose? But no,
No.
hopefully it'll be quality, or yeah, quality over quantity, but we'll see.
Yeah, no, this is a really weird week to navigate.
I don't love it.
I don't either, but if you have limited amount of ads, that means you can be a little bit more reckless with them because they reset on Monday,
That's that's
Um,
true.
and it speaks to your point, like churn the back of your roster, try to jump on the train quickly. For anybody that you had your eye on that maybe went undrafted that had a good spring. One of those guys who did not have a good spring and he had a terrible first outing that we are rostering on our team, or on the team that we did the slow draft, which by the way, that ended on time. Anyone who was curious of an update, it did somehow end on time. uh,
We're not still drafting.
we are not. We finished. That team turned out pretty good, I think, and we had a good first day. So we're going to win the championship, right? Um, so
Yes, Shane? What was it?
Shane Smith. Shane Smith
Shane
had a
Smith or not?
terrible day. Uh, Now, that is a deep league. We're rostering over 312 players were drafted. There's well over 320 players being rostered because there's IL spots. So I'm thinking we shouldn't drop Shane Smith quite yet because it is a
Yeah,
deeper league, right? And whereas pitching isn't super valuable there, he is, I believe, our sixth or seventh starter. So he is the back end of our roster. As I open up our team here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, he is like our sixth or seventh pitcher. And because it's so deep, it's not the easiest to just drop him. So we're gonna hold on to him. Maybe we don't start him.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes. So if you're in a deeper league, maybe don't be too cavalier. Again, look at your league settings, look at the free agent pool, see if it's worth dropping somebody at the back end of your rotation, especially because pitchers are in a weirder spot right now than hitters are, like you said, pitch counts and stuff. I would be maybe a little bit more hesitant on pitchers. I might be a little bit more aggressive on hitters, and then relievers.
Yes.
If you're in saves plus holds, just who cares?
Although if you're in saves, I would be,
Are you picking up Jordan Romano, who seems to be the
did.
fill-in closer for Kirby Yates?
I think he's going to be the closer.
Yeah, but is he going to
I,
be
I
any good?
I think he's going to be, well, we'll see, but I think he'll be like, to me, when I look at he's not going to be elite,
Right.
but I think he'll get you saves.
It's a
I
category.
think, yeah, I think when I look at bullpens like that, it's when it's like who's going to be the closer, especially with like the Angels situation. I did pick up Yates, but that was before I realized Romano was on there, and I know they both have closer
Yeah.
experience, but I think Romano has a little bit more, so I think that kind of pushes him ahead. And I think that like 9 times out of 10, that's all in bullpens that are like in flux. Feel like that's usually the answer is whoever is there that already has closer experience, whether they're great or not, like that's going to be your answer. It's going to be the guy who's ninth inning experience.
Yeah. I I'm not big on Romano. If you need somebody for saves plus holds, you're going to be able to find a better reliever. But if you're in a saves league, I think you have to pick him up. You picked him up in one of our saves leagues. I picked him up in the pitcher list staff league, which is also saves. Um, I have a pretty decent bullpen there, but I have Josh Hader on the IL, so I
Me
picked it.
too.
Yeah, so
Same.
Romano's a good fill-in closer, perfect. And then somebody will need saves, and then you could trade him right
Exactly.
when Hader comes back. One more thing I just wanted to talk about before we go to a break here is lineup spots. I think matter quite a bit here in opening day. Forget what the production was, but JJ Weatherholt leading off is huge.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Um, and also Samuel Basayo hit fifth for the Orioles, and I think that's also huge. I think it's important to see, where guys are slotting into the lineup. Spencer Torkelson was fifth for Detroit, which I found interesting, maybe a little low for their biggest power threat.
Isn't DeLauder leading off
Was he leading off? Let's double check.
or like
Uh,
third? No, he third. He bat
was he
third.
hitting behind J Ram? He was.
So.
DeLauder hit second.
Oh
Ooh,
yeah.
that's big. That's big because J Ram hit third. So he's hitting in front of Jose Ramirez. That is a massive boost to Chase DeLauder. If he is out there, I
Yeah.
think he's the priority hitter pickup. Yes, there's a good chance he gets hurt. But like you said, what if he doesn't?
What if he doesn't? Or like, what if he gives you like 400 at bats? You know,
If he give 400 at bats, I think would be really good. Now, especially for a guy who you've invested like nothing in, a free agent
right?
pickup, right? Like
Pick up.
I'll take it. And then if he gets hurt, I'll put him on the IL because I feel like he's going to have a really good season. He's just someone who was flying up prospect boards, kind of fell off because of the injuries over the last
Right?
handful. I think it was 5 years.
But you've been really on him for a couple of years now.
Yep, I have to credit. Believe it or not, you're going to be surprised at who I'm going to credit for this. I have to credit Chris Towers of
Oh,
CBS Pod for that because he. There's one good thing Chris really does when it comes to prospect evaluation. It's can they hit the ball? Simple as that. Really, it's like
kind of important.
he hits the ball hard or he hits the ball in the air, the ground. No, it's can he hit the ball? And Chase DeLauder can hit the ball. So I think it's an extremely important thing. And so, yeah, I credit Chris Towers for me being on Chase DeLauder, and I've kind of just kept with it through the injuries. The skills never eroded. It's been to his foot, not to his upper body, his elbow, shoulder, hands, none of that, to his foot.
And
So
sometimes the lower body really, that's a big part of hitting too. But
yeah, but yeah, not to the knees. Just the foot, and I don't know which foot. I don't know if it's his landing foot or his because he's left-handed, or his if it's his right foot, it's his landing foot when he hits. If it's his left foot, it's his power foot basically. So I don't know, but
clearly
putting on
he's
Facebook.
healthy now, so
Yeah, that's true. He's healthy now. Go get him. All right. So when we come back, we'll give you our final thoughts and what we're looking for in the coming week. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Talking Fantasy Baseball podcast. These are our final thoughts. Josh, give me your final thoughts on opening day and what you're looking for in the week or weeks ahead as we move into the beginning of the season.
yeah, I mean, I think I'm just going to echo what we've been talking about. Like, I'm really excited about these young hitters, like this infusion of young talent, and it feels like it was like last season or the season before we had like this infusion of pitching. And like there was like, some of the hitters didn't quite take off, like Jackson Holiday. Um, a lot of the Jackson, well, actually Jackson Churio was quite good, but
He's been good.
the Jacksons all kind of, some of them sputtered out a bit. Jackson Merrill, we kind of had I think there are big things in store for Roman Anthony. I mean, we saw some like 112 exit, 110 plus exit velocities yesterday. Um, he kind of had his season was kind of derailed last year. But anyway, I think, it kind of, I know it's a sample size of one, but it just kind of seems like this might be just a really exciting season for young hitting talent to make a statement. And so I'm
Yeah.
excited to kind of see a full, week of that, and and whole season. But yeah, just taking things slowly, a full week next week, can just kind of seeing where it goes.
Follow up to that. Do you think this might be the year where we see sort of like the changing of the guard? Because it feels like the last couple seasons we've had the same like top 20-ish players, right?
Yeah.
Could this be the season where we maybe see like 4 or 5 new guys jump into that tier and a couple of the not aging, because I don't consider Judge old. I don't consider Jose Ramirez old. But do you think there could be like this is where we actually start to see the young guys kind of like
Oh
jump in?
yeah. I mean, I think, well, I mean, like Weatherholt. I don't think McGonigal has second base eligibility
He
yet.
played third base yesterday, which is still big.
Um, I kind of think those guys could easily slot in, like
Yeah.
now. Like
Ooh,
again,
now.
like if those guys are not there for some reason out on your waiver wire, like just stop listening to us and just go get them, get both, like make room, make space. I'm disappointed I don't have either of them in more places in my league, my keeper leagues, but so it goes.
Yeah, I am also a little disappointed in that too. However, I will say if we truly believe in 6 to 8 weeks that these guys are legit and they're ready to it's like make the leap, maybe we trade some of these older guys for the
Maybe
younger
we do.
guys.
But
We'll
actually
see.
looking at the Dodgers, I know they're best team in sports, but actually, like Freddie Freeman's getting up there. I think he's kind of sliding down the first base um,
Yep.
hierarchy. Mookie Betts is kind of sliding, and I think he's a shortstop now.
Yep. He
That's a
is.
very crowded um, position. So I think you might be right. I think this might be kind of a transition year. Not to say that these guys are going to be bad, but I just think this seems like a transition year,
Yeah, it might
or it could
be.
be.
Yeah, it could be. So just maybe that's something we'll keep an eye on. We'll try and track that all season. as we move forward here and get a larger sample size than one. It is overreaction time to the nth degree, and for that reason, I'll just say don't panic, be patient, um, but
Touch grass.
yeah, at some point it will get late early, and we will talk about that when the time is right. But for now, it's still early, and like I said, be patient. Just if you start to panic, say the magic word. Do you know what the magic word is, Josh?
I, please.
It is goose fraba. Goose fraba. Just calm yourself down. One of my favorite made up words in all of movies. But we're gonna wrap it up right there. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode. To make sure you don't miss it or any episode for that matter, please subscribe. We're available wherever you get your podcasts. So, for Josh, I'm Eric saying, enjoy opening weekend, and we'll see you next time.
Goose fraba.